How's it going, guys? Necromancer Noob. I've been on that Marvel Rivals grind. I've been enjoying it thoroughly after a few weeks, and I hope you guys are as well. That being said, I don't get to play a ton, but when I do, it's about like Monday through Wednesdays. The rest of the days I work pretty long hours, so I don't really get on that often. But that aside, there's been a lot of conversation about whether this game should have role queues, and if you haven't played something like Overwatch, basically that just means you pick what kind of role you want to play before you get into a match. That way, before the game starts, there's no confusion on if we're going to have 2 supports, if we need 2 DPS, etc. It goes on. But anyways, I want to give my reasoning as to why I think Marvel Rivals does not need a role queue, why I think it's a bad idea, and, I want to hear from you guys. So if you disagree with me, leave in the comments down below. If you agree with me, leave in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe, it all helps out. But otherwise, let's get into it. And my first point as to why I think this is a bad idea is a lot of people have this assumption that this is going to fix matchmaking. It's going to make it so much better. Teams are going to have a nice comp and, we're going to win matches. And I'll be honest with you, if you have a brain dead teammate or a player that just doesn't know the role, it's not going to solve the situation. They're still going to be a bad player. They're still probably not going to understand the role of another character that they pick. At the end of the day, they just need more playtime, or they just need to learn the roles. And, that's just something they need to fix themselves. I've come across a lot of support players that, they'll insta-lock Cloak and Dagger, they'll insta-lock Invisible Woman, Mantis, and I'll be honest, they're dog water. They don't heal, they're too focused on damaging, and I really wish they wouldn't insta-lock the support because, I play with friends that insta-lock support, or at least like to play the support role, and would do it a lot better, And that's just something that role queue isn't going to fix. And don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of frustration playing with randoms and, even just teammates in general. Like, sometimes things don't go your way. Sometimes you think a 2-2-2 role would be the perfect play, like 2 defense, 2 assault, 2 supports. And at the end of the day, sometimes, that isn't the perfect role, right? Like, I've had games where we win with 1 tank, 3 DPS, and 2 support. I've had games where we win with 4 DPS, 2 support. I've had games where we win with 3 tanks, 2 support, and a DPS. And I think that leads into my next point. We have such a diverse cast of heroes and characters you can pick and choose from. A lot of these characters, yes, they are the support role, but they do a lot more than just support. Yes, these are tank roles, but they can dish out a lot of damage and basically be a DPS if you need be. And adding something like a role queue where it's just going to be an insta-lock of there's going to be 2 support, 2 attack, 2 tanks, it's just going to kill the creativity of this game. I love me and my friends, we've been playing ranked and we're grinding and we don't get to play a whole lot, maybe a few hours, like 2 days out of the week, something like that. But that aside, it's really fun for us to we're basically like little scientists, we got our test speakers, we got our test tubes, we're doing all these different tests and we're seeing what works, we're seeing what sticks, we're seeing what doesn't, and it's just such a fun experience, right? It would totally kill the game if, this game has 15 DPS players and we can only pick 2 on a team. Where's the creativity in that, But I really can't stress enough that if you think this is going to fix your bad teammate problem, it's not going to. A lot of people think they fit the role, right? You're going to get these people that are going to always want to play DPS, and they just aren't the DPS player. They don't dish out the damage. They don't know exactly how the character performs. Sometimes they're switching back and forth, and, it doesn't work out, and it's something that they're going to have to figure out. And you're going to get bad games, you're going to get bad teammates. It's a given. There's so many people playing this game right now, there's so many new players jumping in constantly, and the best thing we can do is really just try to communicate with one another, try to actually have conversations, and just be honest with one another. Hey, I don't think you're dishing out the damage you should be to play a DPS role. Maybe you should try switching to this. I'll switch to this. Or, hey, instead of doing that with this character, maybe do this instead. It's something that people got to learn. It's something that it's going to, over time, I think it's going to get better. But, who am I to tell, right? That being said, I think Marvel Rivals is doing a good thing right now. I love the characters, I love the playstyles. I really do like that a lot of these games, the comps are different, right? Every time I'm in a ranked match with someone else, like, it's a different play style, it's a different thing. Sometimes you're gonna have to be moving on the fly, you know. You get steamrolled for the first 2 minutes and you have to switch up your characters and really figure out what works. And that's something that, you know, Overwatch you can't really do anymore, because you're locked in a role. You're locked in something that you have to play, and you have to play that for the end of the match. And at the end of the day, I understand a lot of your guys' frustration. I still get tilted at random teammates. I still get tilted at my own teammates, right? And like I said, I think over time it's going to get better, but we just have to give this game some time. We're gonna have to give these new players some time, because they're still figuring things out. I'm still figuring these things out. Your favorite streamers are still figuring things out in this game, right? In all honesty, this game is a lot more enjoyable with more people. So if you can find more people to play with, if you're kind of an introvert, you don't like playing with other people, I highly encourage you to at least find one person you can just hang out with and play this game, and I think the experience will be a lot better. You know, form a faction, let them know that maybe it's a little more casual, or let them know what you're looking for in a group. And, you know, Discord, YouTube comments, like, there are plenty of ways for you to find more players to play with and really get a good idea of how the game works. And, you know, you can really start playing the role you want to play if you have more teammates that, you know, just know what they want to do. In short, I don't think it's going to fix your bad player problem. I don't think it's going to make it any better of, you know, getting a support player, because then that leaves it to these people who just want to play DPS, who don't actually know how to play the DPS role. People that want to play the tank roles that don't know how to play the tank roles, and vice versa with support. It goes on. It's not going to fix the problem. A bad player is going to be a bad player the majority of the time. Yes, maybe someone did pick their main and they can't perform like they used to, but that's more reason as to why you should just learn the game more and learn other characters. And last but not least, it's going to kill the creativity of this game if we just lock it into like a 2-2-2 role. There are so many cool like comps I've seen already. There's so many cool play styles I've seen already, like 3 dive tanks, or, you know, just 3 dive characters in general, or 3 tanks with shields. Like, it goes on, you know. There's a lot of cool things that people are coming up with, and it's just going to kill the creativity. It's going to kill the fun, in all honesty, but that's just my opinion. This is my rant. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below. I love talking to you guys, even if it's an argument or just, you know, you don't agree with me. Like, it's all good, right? It's just a game at the end of the day. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the video. Leave a like, subscribe. It all helps out for more of our videos, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.